Had a joyful shortlist meeting because we've ended up with 6 cracking reads.
It was a really energetic and delightful discussion, and we're dealing with books of such high quality. It's got down to finer points, really.
They are all brilliant titles. I think we've been really, really lucky this year with the books that we've been given to read.
There are so many great books by women that we can really celebrate, really go out there and say, these are great books, you should be reading these books.
There's something very thrilling about being exposed to a whole group of women who are writing at the same time in the 21st century and getting a window onto their worlds and their perspectives.
It's very refreshing, and to use a word which keeps coming back to me about this whole process, sustaining group of books. It's sustaining to read, and books which I think will sustain in the long term.
What was really refreshing this year was that, yes, these are books by women, but my goodness, they tackle some enormous themes and enormous subjects, and they are weighty and diverse and quirky. And the interesting thing about this shortlist is, I would say, the vast majority of titles that are on it, you would not be able to tell whether they were written by a man or a woman.
We kept using words like enriching and sustaining. Each of them seem to have that feeling that I think a lot of people want from a novel. So they're real worlds that you can get in there. They've got a real voice. You can stay in that world. You can believe in that world.
Book prizes galvanise the kind of collective thrill of reading, which is the thing that informed me when I came into this process. I just loved the idea of being able to say to somebody, this is what we thought was great, why don't you go and try them?
The book on my lap just makes me bubble with enthusiasm. It's laugh out loud funny. It's properly hilarious. We were all screaming with laughter when we were talking about Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple, which you tear through, longing to know what happens. It's just so brilliantly original.
I think both of these books have pulled off an amazing feat. There's Kate Atkinson's Life After Life. It is a very clever idea to begin with, and she absolutely pulls it off. And I can say the same about Flight Behaviour as well. It's a very original idea, which is to the point of our time. They are both a very satisfying read, and something that I'm convinced readers will go back to.
A.M. Holmes' May We Be Forgiven is a novel that on the face of it is just a story about 2 brothers. There is something viscerally funny, dark and original about how she portrays contemporary American society that appealed to every single one of the judges. This is a book that is important, it's funny, clever, brilliantly constructed, what you'd want to read.
I'm really delighted that this book, Zadie Smith's NW, is on our shortlist. And I felt this before, that she doesn't know necessarily where it's going to go, that it's an exploration for her, and so it's a real journey that you feel the characters are going on. And as a reader, that can be really exciting if you believe in the characters, because you start to go on that journey with them. And as you're turning the pages, it always feels unexpected. You don't feel manipulated.
What is there to say about Hilary Mantel's Bring Up the Bodies that hasn't already been said? It is one of the cleverest, most beautifully written books I have read in years. It takes you inside the head of a man, and you feel like you know him intimately by the time you come out the other side. And it is heartbreaking, and it is an extraordinary book, and it deserves all the plaudits that it's got so far, and it would have been a crime to leave it off the shortlist.
I think that we're going to have a lot of debate about the winner. I wouldn't want to prejudge it. How we're going to choose it, we will have to get there somehow. I don't know.